Can you see the mess in my room? I hope not. Hey guys, May here, and today I have a little bit of time before I go to work, so I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? So I filmed an unboxing video just now, my 9 Muses unboxing, which gorgeous album, and I was getting ready for that, and I was like, I should film something else today too. Like, I haven't had free time to film in a little bit, and I was like, oh, I haven't filmed a ranting video in a while. Maybe I'll do a ranting video because that doesn't really require any planning really. And then I was like, what am I gonna rant about? So there's been something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I figured that I would just make a video about it, because sometimes when I make videos about things like this, things happen and I get like whatever my problem was gets resolved, or it's fixed, or whatever. Or sometimes I just feel better. It's about Infinite and Woollim and Golden Child, and just why I hate that Woollim makes me feel so conflicted about Golden Child's debut. So Golden Child are a group that are debuting under Woollim Entertainment probably within either this month, like there is a very big possibility they'll debut this month, or in August they will debut. August is probably more realistic. I made a video about Woollim boys. I keep calling them Woollim boys. I need to stop doing it, but I still very much call them Woollim boys. Golden Child's debut, which a lot of people are calling them GNCD or Golcha now, which I much prefer, but I've gotten used to Golden Child. But I made an entire video talking about Golden Child's debut, blah blah blah. I will leave that video in the end card and the description box if you want to check that out. Me being happy talking about that. But recently, I've just been very annoyed at Woollim Entertainment, because it seems that, I know this is so bad of me as an in-spirit and a Woollim stan, this is so bad of me, that they are prioritizing Golcha over everything else in their company. Which is fine, I get it. When a new group debuts, that you are in debt for that group, and your older groups have paid off their debt and they're just doing their own thing and whatever, you don't need to worry about them as much. But new groups are like literally a baby, like you need to focus on them and take care of them, but you need to not neglect your other children. What's really gotten me about this recently is Woollim sounding like a broken record, just saying over and over and over again, we're positively discussing contract renewals, we're positively, whatever they're saying, I can't even say it, I don't even want to say it. We're positively discussing contract renewals over and over and over again, and they just sound like a broken record. It's so annoying, it drives me crazy that that's all they say. But the past, like, I don't know, my concept of time is so bad these days, because I just work and sleep and work and sleep, so my concept of time is not great. But maybe it was like a week ago, I think, there was this rumor that came out that said that 6 of the 7 members had renewed and they were still discussing with the 7th member. And then Woollim was like, no, that's not true. Like, it was, I think it was it a Neighbor article or something? It was like it seemed like it was a pretty legit source, and Woollim came out and was like, that's not true. But I do believe that some of the members have already renewed. I honestly do believe that, and that we're waiting on a couple members. I've said that multiple times, that we're waiting on a couple members, 1 member, 2 members. They've been silent, promoting Golcha, whatever. They have a billion videos and photos and thousands of things, and Lovelies were never promoted this way. Infinite was definitely never promoted this way, but that was because Woollim had 0 money when Infinite was debuting. It's fine. Like, I enjoy all the photos. They all look gorgeous. Like, I love Golden Child a lot, so I'm definitely anticipating their debut. Golden Child, some of those trainees I have been following like for years, and like they're a very important group to me. A lot of them I really didn't know until recently. Bowman, I didn't know anything about him until recently. He was like a rumored person that had no face to his name. He just was Bowman. And then like Jaehyun and who else? Juchan. Nobody really knew about Juchan. Really, we knew Daeol, Jaesuk, Youngtaek, Seungyoon, Jibum, Jangjun, everybody else. Seungmin was also like a weird random member. Not weird, I love him so much. No, Woollim's been quiet since they said that whole like, no, that thing's not true, that thing that you read on the internet's not true. And then recently, I hate talking about this, I really try not to talk about this, but was silent during this recent thing that happened with Kyuhyun. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just drop it, just leave it. Honestly, it's one of those things that like, the more you talk about it, the worse it's gonna get, so I'm just not gonna discuss it. But basically he was extremely falsely accused of something that was very serious, and it was literally just because a couple of fans were like, I think it's Woollim, definitely Woollim, even though the article said it was nothing related to Infinite, it was nothing related to anything, whatever. I was annoyed that Woollim didn't say anything about it, especially because KBS was like reporting the news with blurred out Infinite music videos behind it. Like, excuse me? Like, that should have had some dire consequences. Like, whatever, you took the videos down, you apologized, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Woollim was quiet during that, promoting Golcha, whatever. And so that was when I was like, Another thing that's really been getting me lately is watching Woollim Pick. Every single episode of Woollim Pick, maybe minus like one, because I know there's going to be someone out there who's like, well, in this episode they don't mention Infinite. But they mention Infinite in basically everything they do with Golcha. I say, oh, Infinite's younger brothers. Infinite's younger brothers. They'll be doing a game. One of the words is Infinite. Like, you can't, they'll play Infinite music during, like, Woollim Pick. I almost said Protus 101. During Woollim Pick, they will play Infinite music, and I'll be like, excuse me, contract renewals? Defending Woollim? They are taking Golcha, and they're trying to ride off of Infinite's fame. I know this sounds terrible. I will fix what I'm saying in a second, but they're trying to ride off Golcha's fame, or Infinite's fame, to make Golcha better. They performed Be Mine at their Gorilla, I never know how to say that name, that thing that they did in the middle of a mall that had 1,000 fans there. And you know, they were all doing the fan chants to Be Mine, the Infinite fan chants to Be Mine. Just saying, they performed it wonderfully. They're a Woollim group, they know how to perform Infinite songs. Lovelyz is the same way. You play an Infinite song and Lovelyz knows the Infinite song. Infinite is Woollim Entertainment. The two O's in Woollim Entertainment are an infinity symbol. Like, that is how big Infinite is in Woollim Entertainment. So I'm annoyed. If they're not done discussing, they're not done discussing. But like, why is taking so long? Hoya's drama ended. Youngsu's drama ended. Dongwoo filmed a show, which is done. Him and Songjong did a V-app, which has been aired. What is taking so long? I don't understand. I'm not sure what to think anymore. I like firmly believe that Woollim must have like 11 employees, like shown in that episode of Woollim Pick. Like, they must have just 11 employees, and they need all 11 of them to watch the 11 children they have running around now. I love these boys, and you know, if Infinite in the end decided we don't want to be under Woollim anymore, we don't want to promote it anymore, I would still support Golcha. If Infinite all re-signed except one member, I'd be sad, but I would support Golcha. You know, like, these things are not related, but because it in this situation currently where Woollim is trying to renew contracts with Infinite but isn't saying anything, like 2 months, like a month, that's over a month since their anniversary, since their contracts expired. It's been a while since their contract expired, and then the members get all flustered when they're on show. Like, Sungkyu was on a show and they asked him about Infinite's comeback, and he was like, we have to renew our contracts first, and he was all flustered, and I was like, you shouldn't be flustered. Why don't you, like, why would you think that they wouldn't, you know, why would you think they wouldn't ask you? So I'm just annoyed because I want to be so excited for Golcha's debut. I want to be like freaking out about them every single day of my life, but I feel like when I do, I'm hurting Infinite, because especially Woyan is my bias. He was my original bias before I double biased, like, which, you know, was only like a couple weeks difference, whatever. It's been 7 years, it doesn't really matter at this point. In the grand scheme of things, I started biasing them both at the same time. But when you're messing with my ultimate group by trying to promote a rookie group that I have waited 5 years for, how am I supposed to react to that? Like, I don't really know if I'm supposed to just, some days I'm so excited about Golcha, I just completely ignore what's happening, like everything's gonna be fine under Woollim, everything's gonna be resolved eventually, it's gonna be fine. And then I see other groups celebrating their 7th anniversary, and I see other groups, you know, renewing their contracts and all this stuff, and I'm like, Infinite can't relate. Why can't Infinite relate to this yet? I'm seeming a lot more frustrated now that I'm actually discussing this, because I really have been keeping a lot of this to myself, and I was like, you know, when Infinite renewed their contracts, I'll discuss this separately in a video announcing Infinite renewed their contracts, but it doesn't seem like it's happening anytime soon. And like Suzy is still discussing her contract with JYP, and I thought that that had been settled like a while ago. So that's just how I'm dealing with life right now. It's annoying. I spent, if you've known me for years, like, you know that I talk about Woollim boys. I've spent a lot of time talking about Woollim boys. I love the Woollim boys. I adore Goldcha. I can definitely see myself supporting them. They performed their song C at their, whatever that's called, their little, I'm just gonna keep calling it gorilla. I'm sorry if that is like a very bad pronunciation. That's just how I've always thought the word. At their gorilla concert, they performed the song C, which if you've been watching Woollim pick the audio at the beginning of each episode is actually the backtrack for that song. It's a B track on their upcoming debut album. So hopefully me sitting here complaining about this will make things happen. Sometimes you just need to complain about something and then everything will be resolved, and I've done this before, being like, I miss Super Junior, and then Super Junior will be like, oh yeah, we're doing this thing and this thing, this thing, and I'll be like, yes, and then sometimes I'll be like, you know, at the beginning of each year, I'll be like, oh, I want this, this, and this year, and I feel like by talking about it, it just increases the chances of it happening. So I want, no matter what happens, I just want to be able to support Goldcha's debut without thinking about Infinite every 4 seconds. Every time I like retweet or like share something about Goldcha, I want to be able to not think about what's happening with Infinite though. I'm planning on supporting this boy group, but I don't think I'll thoroughly be able to enjoy their debut if Infinite's contracts aren't finalized, regardless of what happens. And also, since we're here, I'm tired of every single little rumor popping up making me stressed. So I'm just over it. I just, you know, all these news articles come out, all of these things for members doing individual things come out, like, where, I guess Myungsoo is doing things still. He's a busy guy. But can you renew your contract so we can just move on? Even if it isn't you we're waiting on, can you just do that? I feel like Myungsoo renewed his contract already. And can Hoya appear somewhere with something? I just need one of the other Infinite members to like go find him and post an Instagram or something update with Hoya. He can be like in the background tied up to a chair, just, you know, just somewhere. Oh, I'm so annoyed. There's no spottings on them at the Woollim building. Well, Dongwoo was spotted there like a week ago, but Dongwoo was not a member I'm worried about anymore. That's it for this video. It's 15 minutes long. It really wasn't supposed to be longer than 10, but I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed that this is a thing. Wish it wasn't. Wish I wasn't making this video in July. I'm gonna go eat lunch now, and hopefully this will cause something to happen. But yeah, if you're as frustrated as I am, let me know in the comment section down below, because I need to discuss this with people who feel the same way as me, because I'm just tired of being annoyed all the time. And part of me wants me to like, wants Infinite to just pull a highlight, but I honestly know that that's not really realistic, and I know that a lot of them are very happy in Woollim Entertainment. That Woollim Entertainment would take a huge loss if they lost Infinite, and they know that, which is why I'm confused why they're taking so long and why it's like becoming such a struggle for them to say what's going on. But hopefully this causes us to hear soon, because yeah, the best kinds of these videos is when I film them and the thing happens while I'm waiting to edit this video, or like while I'm editing something else and haven't had a chance to edit this video yet, and then I just delete the video because there's no point in posting it if the thing has already been fixed before it's even posted. It's annoying when I've already edited it though and I'm about to post it and then the news comes out and I'm like, darn it, should have been quicker. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this stupid rant about me being frustrated, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye!